Hey peeps, welcome to my first recipe video. I finally remembered to record. Today we're going to be making my hangover chicken noodle soup. I made up this recipe when I was, you guessed it, very hungover. Drink responsibly, kids. And I just had to use what I had at home because I was not about to go anywhere. And this is literally what I threw in the crock pot, hoping it would be good, and it turned out phenomenal. This makes so much food. You're not going to be disappointed. There are a couple different things that you can use in this recipe. For example, you can use fresh instead of frozen. I prefer frozen because it's easier for me to actually keep. And yeah, that's basically it. Like for the chicken breast, you can use fresh instead of frozen. I prefer frozen from Aldi just because I always have one on hand, and so it's just there for me to always use. I used about 5 small breasts for this one. Then for my garlic and onion powder, again, you can use fresh. I have this on hand, that's what I used. And I do just like, I kind of sprinkle a layer over the top of everything. That's just how I measure whenever I'm cooking, just for any seasoning really. And then I also did the same with the black pepper. I also really like these like frozen bags of veggies from Aldi. They're the perfect size. They're really easy to keep in my freezer and they're super cheap. They're like less than $1. Less than $1. And it's so easy to just add veggies into everything when I can just dump it in like that. It's so nice. Then we're going to put 64 ounces altogether of chicken broth. Not only because obviously it's a soup, but we're also going to add noodles in later that are going to cook inside the liquid, so that's why we need so much liquid. It'll be worth it, I promise. And if your veggies turn out super clumped up like that, just let it sit in that room temperature chicken broth for a while and just break it up with a fork right before you put the lid on. That's what I did here. At this point, we're going to put it on low for 6 hours. And I only do 6 hours starting out because at the 6 hour mark, that is when I take my little handy dandy whisk and I go in there and I break up the chicken. I am paranoid when it comes to chicken, and if it's not 8 hours, I won't touch it. I'm paranoid. So you can do a twisting motion like this with your whisk inside the crock pot, so you don't even have to worry about transporting the chicken in and out. Or if you prefer, you can take the chicken out, put it in a bowl, use your electric mixer, and shred it up that way and add it back in. I've tried either way, works beautifully both times. Then I'm going to put this back on for 2 hours, but when there's about half an hour to 20 minutes left of that 2 hours, I'm going to add in my noodles. If you don't want the kind of starchy-ishness of the noodles inside your soup, which I don't notice it very much, but sometimes I do, you might want to cook this outside and add it in at the very, very end. But this is so handy if you want like a one-pot recipe. Just throw them in for the last 20 to 30 minutes, and then whenever you are back out of the 20 to 30 minutes, it looks like this, and it makes so much. You will have enough for multiple meals that day, leftovers, and freezer, guaranteed. It makes so much food. Let me know if you try this. I'll see you later, peeps. Bye!